want to take your drink, you have to put the controller out and drink.
Is this real? This sounds
yeah,
fun.
people play this. That's how I've heard people play. I guess you can play it with a bunch of different rules.
No, let me tell
Beer on the beer board.
This sounds fire. I've never heard.
Yeah,
that sounds fire. Like,
beer on the beer board.
Beer on the backboard.
Okay,
Beyond
welcome
the
to the Beyond the Backboard Podcast.
There's different strategies that you could do with it too. Like you could drink the whole beer at the start and then drive the whole race. You could stop like once a lap and drink like a little bit of the beer. You could like
thank
stop
you guys so much for welcome to the show. Omar's gonna get us started with the podcast today.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on this episode of the podcast. My name is Omar. Next to me are my beautiful hosts, Max, Earl, and Jay here today. Just want to get a few housekeeping things out of the way before we continue. Next week, we are going to be implementing a new schedule. We are going to be going live every Wednesday we agreed at 12 o'clock, right? Please correct me if I'm wrong. 12 o'clock?
I think we're tentatively just saying 1, but it also depends on how your interview goes. So,
okay.
Somewhere around that time.
Afternoon. 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, somewhere.
12 o'clock, yes. Tentatively, the podcast will be recorded inside of Playoff LAL in the playoff room Wednesdays at 1 o'clock, right? Tentatively.
Yeah.
Moving forward, that's going to be there. And then in our room, the Beyond the Backboard podcast room, we're going to be recording our 2-minute drills. We're not going to post that. We're not going to really do that. If you guys want to join in, chill with us, hang out with us, ask questions, you're more than welcome to chill there and then just hear our thoughts on the current topic at hand. But that's a few housekeeping rules, getting things out of the way and getting things started. Oklahoma City has taken game 2. We're going into game 3 on Wednesday. Today is Tuesday. And I got to say they made it interesting. They blew Indiana out of the water. Indiana really did try their comeback scheme. We all saw it. They tried. But at the end, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander prevailed. So to allow me to shut up, take the floor, boys.
I'm still not convinced that the Thunder won that game. Like, if I wake up tomorrow and I see Indiana Pacers are up 2-0 in the series, I'm not gonna doubt it. Like, I'm just gonna go with the flow. Like,
You mean 2-1?
The Pacers still can't win this game? Like, I know it's been over. For
you mean 2-1, right?
What?
You mean 2-1? You said 2-1.
No, I'm saying 2-0. Like their comebacks are. I don't think their comebacks are contained to the games anymore. Like, they could, like, NBA randomly. NBA has exposed a gambling scheme within Game 2. And they avoided the win for the Thunder and awarded it to the Pacers. The Pacers are now up 2-0. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was on drugs or something, I don't know, during the game. We've now awarded the win to the Pacers. Like, that's just how good at comebacks they are. I'm not even doubting it. I don't think if the finals are over, I still think the Pacers could win. That's how good they are at comebacks.
No, they're not that good.
Honestly, I think the Pacers did a good job. I mean, the rule of the playoffs is still a game. Like, that's what you have to do. You got to steal a game on the road and defend home court. Yeah. So I'm looking to see what the Pacers can do at home. I know for the most part, Tyrese Haliburton hasn't been the most consistent scorer at home, and that's a little bit worrisome due to the fact he hasn't really been a consistent scorer on the road this series at all. So for me, I think in order for Pacers to win this next game, like, we have to see aggressive Tyrese. I'm noticing a lot during the series. He kind of just activates in the fourth quarter, but Tyrese, there's 3 quarters. Like, I get your clutch factor guy. I completely understand. But if Tyrese Haliburton plays aggressive like he did in the fourth quarter where he scored 12-plus points, I think the Pacers had a real shot of actually competing and winning this game. So for me, I think he has to find that balance between being a playmaker and a scorer, which he has shown his ability to do, except for in this series. So I think that's the big thing for me going into Game 3. And I'm going to say it now, expect an offensive juggernaut from the Pacers. I think when they play at home, I don't know what it is about the role players at home, but they always play absolutely incredible. So personally, I do have Pacers next game, but I do think OKC is going to split it, in my opinion.
So to bank off what Earl said, I don't even think Tyrese Haliburton had a good fourth quarter. I think that was all garbage time points. He didn't do anything this game when it mattered. Like, he went into the quarter with 5 points and had 12, ended up with 17. Just not enough. Like, and I don't know if you guys realize with Tyrese Haliburton, when he has those big assist games, he has big scoring games. It's not like he does one or the two. He does both every single time he plays good. So, like, OKC limited him the whole entire game. Like Lou Dort, him and Caruso get away with a lot of shit. Let's say that first. They reach, they slap, they hack, they do their thing, but it's playoff basketball, so I respect it. Mm-hmm. But Dort literally made Tyrese Halliburton's life hell in that game.
Yeah.
Along with Pascal Siakam, was shut down by everybody that guarded him. He had a little flurry of like a 6-0 run by himself, but he only took 3 shots in the second half. He was terrible this game as well. I don't see the Pacers being, like Earl said, this bad at home at all. Like, this is the games where TJ McConnell, Jarris Walker, Ben Mathurin, where you can feel their print on the game as well. Like, all the role players hoop for Indiana at home. But I still think OKC wins next game. I think they gentlemen sweep. I don't think Indiana wins another game, respectfully. I'm going to stick with OKC in 5. But with that being said, I'm not disrespecting the Pacers. If they win game 3, I won't be surprised. Like I keep saying on this pod, they've lost every single game 3 in the playoffs. So I'm banking off that too, man. I expect them to win game 4 over in this next game.
Yeah.
Just to pick up on what Jay said there, he's 100% right. I was going to say that Lou Dort is definitely making a difference for this Oklahoma City team, being really aggressive with Tyrese Halliburton, trying to get his hands on the ball every single play. You saw that in game 1, a little less of that in game 2, but he was still there. But overall, he has been the main defensive disturbance for Tyrese Halliburton. I know, and I understand they go in ahead and they go switch, which eventually everybody's picking up Tyrese and they're throwing every single body that they have at him, which is good in hindsight because Tyrese doesn't see what's coming next. But it may serve them bad in game 3. I don't know where game 3 is going to go. The Pacers do have home advantage. I do see Oklahoma City slightly taking this game. It's going to be one hell of a ride. And I got to say, Jay, it's got to go more than 5, man. The Indiana Pacers, every single time this playoffs, have been the underdogs, have been minus 310, have been minus 450, have been minus this, that. Oh. But
I respect, you have to just see how game 1 went. Everything that could have went bad.
Everything, yeah. Guess what? Guess what? That happened with us in game 1. You forget what happened?
Which I respect. I really think that OKC.
3 minutes left. We were up 20.
I don't think OKC is going to make those same mistakes again this series.
I can see them doing that personally.
I just think they're that much better, man.
I think that the fact that I'm not saying Oklahoma City can't pull out the series. Let's get that out of the way.
I know you're not.
I may be extending this by maybe 1 or 2 games. Right. Like I think this game could go. I think the series can go 6 or 7. But what I'm saying with Oklahoma City taking the dub. But what I am saying is that inexperience will get to them. Being in the finals and that inexperience will get to them. And the same thing for the other side.
The Pacers team is inexperienced as well. Like
that's what I'm saying. It's the same thing on the other side.
But they also and Rick Carlisle, everybody else ain't been there. Like.
Yeah, I know.
Listen, you know what's bad with Omar? Traditionally, an Indiana Pacers super hater is coming to their defense. That's how you know it's legit. When Omar backs the Pacers, that's how you know it's real.
This is his 2-minute drill.
I've been hating on the Pacers. I've been hating on the Pacers too much. I realize this, and I gotta make my amends because I do respect the Pacers. Like they balled the hell out.
Wrong. So like when the Pacers are so good that even Omar is rushing to their defense and saying like they're not gonna get like 4-1. That's how you know they're legit.
That is very true. I respect that.
All I'm saying is I'm not gonna disrespect the Indiana Pacers here because they gave us a run for our money and what? You calling me Cap? I saw a little head tap.
Thinking. That means thinking.
He's trying to point out his cool LA Lakers hat, guys. Everyone.
I saw him tap the cap. You usually go like that for the thinking. You tapped the cap this time. It was a little different.
Big tap.
I'm sorry that your foreshadowing just won't end up being anything.
It is a nice hat. I do agree. It's a nice hat. Like I like the hat.
But 6 or 7 games. I do think OKC. I do think OKC pulls this out. Dort's got to go off though. Dort's gonna go off tonight too. So
tonight, not playing tonight.
Tomorrow,
Wednesday. My bad. Yeah.
No, honestly, I heavily disagree with that. I think Lou Dort played a better game in game 2 than he did in game 1 because he put all his attention into guarding Tyrese Halliburton. It's cool that he hit 5 threes. In the first game, he was dead-eye. I was like, this guy has the slowest jump shot in the league, but he's hitting. The Pacers will live with Lu Dort shooting threes. The Thunder don't need Lu Dort to hit 5 threes to win a game. They were going to. Other things happen. But they don't need that. They need Lu Dort to clamp up Tyrese Halliburton. And they have done a phenomenal – he's done a great job in both games, but I think especially in game 2. He did a phenomenal job with taking Tyrese Halliburton out the game. Halliburton and Siakam in the Knicks series, every game, at least one of them had it going. Obviously for Tyrese, it was like games 1, 3, and 5. He had a good game. Siakam, 2, 4, and 6, had a great game. Neither him nor Siakam have had good games in either of the first 2 of this series. They've both had bad games so far. That is all the Thunder defense. And a lot of that, specifically on Halliburton, is Lu Dort.
And that's dating back even to the Minnesota series where, like, if you think Ant's going to have a game, then 2 is going to get off. No, they're both going to get locked up every single game. Like, that's just how it went. And I see the series going the same exact way.
Like, if he's hitting a couple threes, that's cool, but he doesn't need to be over there chucking trying to be Steph Curry.
Yeah, man, that's not...
Put his effort into locking up Halliburton. That will go a much longer way for this team.
I 100% agree with Max just said. Lu Dort, I know he had his game 1 heater, but what he did to Tyrese Halliburton in game 2 was way more important than everything he did game 1 because they still lost. Yeah, 15 and they still lost.
Like, don't get me wrong. If he can hold Halliburton to 10 points and have 15 himself, that's even better. Great.
He might get that. He might get that on Iguodala MVP. You know.
He could get the Iggy MVP if he does that. But the priority should be what's Tyrese Halliburton's number? 0, 12. What is it?
12. Oh shit, 0.
0. It's 0. Yeah, take 0 out of the game. Hold him to 0 points in the paint because that's what they were doing last game. They turned him into a jump shooter. Dude could not get to the basket until like the 4th quarter when he had a random dunk. Cool. Hold him to 0 points in the paint. That's Lu Dort's job. They can win with that.
Yep. Great win with that.
I also think Caruso is phenomenal. I mean, he's Caruso. Like, I guess I hate to say we've come to expect it, but like this is what we expected from him when the Thunder traded for him back for Josh Giddey. They traded for him for this stage. He's the one player on their team with finals experience, with championship experience. He's just so good. He's really just so good.
He's second on the MVP ladder right now for finals MVP. He has to be second. It's not a debate right now.
I mean,
Shea and Caruso, first 2 games.
Well, I guess. I mean, is Halliburton second just by default? Because if the Pacers win, it's probably him.
No, Halliburton had a terrible game 2, and he had a mid game 1. Caruso had a good game.
Am I so crazy to think that it's actually Lu Dort? Because I think it may be Lu Dort there. To be completely honest, he had how many steals that game 1?
4 steals, 2 blocks.
Earl, we was watching that. How many steals he got? How many threes on top of that? He had like 5 threes too. Man, he was going crazy. I have to give it to Lu Dort because outside of him, and on top of that, my third is Aaron Wiggins.
Oh hell, he didn't even play first game.
He was their second game balling the hell out.
He was. Shout out A-Wiggins. You got an Aaron Wiggins hat too? You gonna go get? Aaron Wiggins 21 hat to go.
He said that, bro.
Or he's gonna go get. Yeah,
I'm giving it to A-Wigs. I am giving it to A-Wigs, bro.
He played. He did have a good game.
Recency bias is killing brain cells. I'm sorry, but
I like the idea of giving Finals MVP to a guy who plays 1 game.
Look, I'll say this, man.
I said 3.
First of all,
to be fair.
All you guys bring up valid points. Appreciate it. Every time Omar says something crazy, I gotta change my hat. We ball.
You didn't change the hat. It's the same hat.
It applied. It was a booster from last time because I just changed because I wanted to. But anyways,
talking Novi booster odds.
I feel like personally, I think. Okay, speaking of game 1, I'm trying to just process all my thoughts together. Game 1, I agree. The Thunder played terrible. No, I'll take that back. I feel like the only thing about the Thunder that was bad game 1, obviously, was Chet and Jay Williams. But the Pacers, I feel like their whole team played bad. Even Tyrese had a bad game. The only reason Tyrese really is getting talked about at all this series so far is because of the game winner. The game winner gave him plus 15,000 on everything bad about Tyrese from game 1. All right. But what was it? 26 to 6 turnovers for OKC. Horrible ratio.
But there were Pacers who had a good game. Obi Toppin had a great game. McConnell had a great game. Miles Turner had a great game. Nembhard had a great game.
But overall, like we haven't seen a Pascal crazy 20-plus point game.
No, that's what
we
I was
haven't
saying.
seen a Tyrese Halliburton crazy 20-plus point game. And while I agree they have great defense, I just don't think you can count out this Pacers team and hold it up. Like same with OKC. I feel like consistently I seen them doing it to the Nuggets. And then all of a sudden you have a game where Jokic goes absolutely crazy. You can't stop it. Or Jamal Murray has an absolute heater type of game and you can't stop him. So I think there are limitations to the Oklahoma City Thunder defense. And I think it comes with the speed of the game. I think the Pacers, to me, like they pride themselves on being a pace team who runs fast. But I think almost this series, they've been moving a little bit too fast and uncontrollable in some situations, and that's really hurted their offensive efficiency, in my opinion. So I think going back home, settling down with the home crowd, I think the Pacers are going to get into the offensive sets a lot easier. I think Tyrese Halliburton is going to feed off that crowd, feed off the energy. He's going to have a way better game. And I agree. You can't allow OKC to turn you into a jump shooter. If I'm Tyrese Halliburton, you have to attack the defense. Like, okay, they're trapping you, whatever. Make the right play. Don't make a panic pass and throw a turnover.
Earl, real quick, I wanna jump in and I want to ask you a question. So, don't you think that's because of the Oklahoma City defense is why their pace may be slowing down and being on top of that? Is because of the Oklahoma City defense? And Lou Dort also is still picking him up at half court, even beyond that.
Okay, so true. Pick him up,
that too.
But my point is, so far in the playoffs, like OKC's defense every single round hasn't been consistent every game. Like there's going to be some type of lapses. And my point is, off of this Pacers team, even if Tyrese hasn't been like the greatest at home, every other Pacer has had great games at home so far in the playoffs. So when you take that back to your crib, you play with that type of energy, I think they'll have a way better offensive game overall. And Tyrese Halliburton, it's just like one of those things. Like, it's not something I can explain on paper. Like, these stats say this. It's just like a thing. When you're in the playoffs, you go home, NBA Finals, you have to perform. Like, that's what you do. When you're a star player, that's what you have to do. So I'm not banking it off of statistics or stats. I'm just saying Tyrese Halliburton has to have his good game because this could be his last chance to do it.
So who do you back to have a better game three, Siakam or Halliburton?
I back Hallie.
I'm backing Siakam.
I have Hallie.
I think Siakam's going to be the guy to step up.
I think why not both?
I mean, it could be both. It could be both. But if I had to pick one who I'm more confident in, I'm more confident that Siakam can get it going. Because I think the guard defense of OKC, I could see Siakam getting a game where he's getting the better of like Chet or J-Dub easier than I could see Halliburton having a game.
You can also say that about the Pacers. You can also say that about Miles Turner.
Well, he's not. I mean,
he's the only one who had a good game last game. Probably.
Yeah, he had a good game though.
I don't have crazy expectations for Miles Turner. He has to play well, like for them to win. He's obviously a big part of it. He's their third best player for sure. But like, it's offensively at least running the show is Siakam and Halliburton. If neither of them have a good game,
I gotta disagree. It's all Halliburton. I feel like wherever he's dictating, kind of wherever that ball goes and whatever is kind of being played. It's really easy to take Pascal. I agree to that. I agree to that because he
25 a game.
I gotta say that's attributed to two things. One, Pascal is a dog, and he was willing to get dirty in the paint down with Cat. And two, Cat's a pussy. that's what happened.
Look, that's what I'm saying. Okay, look, even last game, I felt like maybe it wasn't necessarily like 100% OKC's defense. I felt like Pascal wasn't being aggressive. I agree with that. I see moments on the floor where there's no Tyrese on the floor, and he's sitting in the corner and letting Aaron Nesmith or Andrew Nembhard run the offense, which I'm cool with at times. But Pascal, you are the guy on the floor. You can't take 4 or 5 possessions off when the main guy, their main defenders aren't even on the floor. You have to go attack. So that's the thing too.
And you know what happened? In the last time Pascal had one of those games, that was game 5 of the Knicks series. Remember, Omar brought up the quote where he was like, we just got outplayed. He said that after the post game, we got outplayed. What did he do? Had a bomb game 6. Came out first quarter, aggressive, scoring the ball, posting up, doing Siakam things. So I think that's why I'm backing him. That's part of the reason why I'm backing him for game 3. I think he's going to say, he's the kind of guy who's going to say, all right, we got outplayed in game 2. We got out-hustled. I'm going to take it on myself. I'm going to call my number. I guarantee you Siakam's going to come out, shoot 5-6 shots in the first quarter. He's probably going to make 4 of them. I think he's going to come out shooting, posted up, doing that little fade. He is one of the best post fadeaway shooters I've ever seen. And I watched Melo. He's not Melo. Melo's the best, obviously. But he's right. He's one of the best that I've ever seen. That post fadeaway for Siakam, when he gets in his rhythm, he shoots that 90%. He's making that 9.
Even with a hand in his face, that shit's going.
Yeah, hand in his face, off balance, like baseline.
He did that like 500 times a cat, bro.
That dude has a post fade, and I think he's gonna use it in Game 3. I back him to go off.
I agree with what Max is saying though. With Siakam has to be that guy. I think we also have to kind of admit, first 2 games, besides the fucking last shot, Tyrese Halliburton has looked like a pumpkin this series. Like they have not made him look good. Like
not a juicy one.
He's crab dribbling around the court and he's like making bailout passes. Like he'll jump in the air and just throw it to the corner. Like he doesn't know what he wants to do out there. Like he has looked like a pumpkin this series. I think he does not have an answer for this team as of now. He hasn't showed me anything. I can see him coming out and like Carlisle draw something up differently for off-ball plays for him. Because on ball and him having the ball in his hands, it is not working. So Pascal Siakam running the offense more. Andrew Nembhard.
So we are saying Halliburton looks like a pumpkin. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that's what we were saying.
Yeah, Hallie looked like a pumpkin last game. He's looking a little.
Kind of looking like a pumpkin right now, my brother.
That's crazy.
Sorry,
that's crazy.
the orange shirt, it was perfect. I had to do it.
Omar, I can't lie. I respect that.
I had to do it. The orange shirt.
I honestly respect that.
Omar, you got the blueberry fit going on. Like,
I do got the blueberry fit going on. That's fair. My bad. I didn't mean to take you off of that, but that's fair to say. No, that's fair to say.
Yeah,
Tyrese hasn't been good at all.
I don't think Tyrese had, for him being the focal point and him being the main ball dominant guard will help them win because he just has not figured them out. Run more plays for Siakam. Let him. You have to play the back to the basket game with him.
Yeah.
Put him at the free throw line like how they did game 1 where he attacked Cason Wallace literally 3 times in a row. Like, I'm gonna get the smallest guy on me and I'm just gonna keep shooting over the top until y'all make a sub. If OKC plays double big though, Siakam will struggle. That lineup has been dominant in this series so far.
Because they put Caruso on him. Caruso's been guarding him a lot of this series. And
exactly.
I get that that's kind of the meta now is to put your small defensive guard on bigs and let
there's one key thing there. There's one very key thing there in Caruso. Quick. That man is quick. And that's why they stick him on Pascal because Pascal
Caruso either off the ball or on the catch.
Right. But whatever Pascal is doing, he's moving slow. He's not necessarily moving. He's not necessarily moving
this
fast.
too. I'm going to take this opportunity to get my I told you so chip. I did call Alex Caruso being a playoff riser. We had conversations about. Yeah, I did. Early on.
Give it to him. Max, give it to him. Max, give it to him. Give it to him.
We were talking about the impact. I forget what episode we were talking about. The impact of the OKC trade. Who won, who didn't win. And my biggest point was Alex Caruso.
Oh, I was just playing that episode.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, really?
I was just playing that episode.
Hey, Bo, we know.
It was on my segment.
The point was talking,
this. So I don't know.
You guys should have skipped that part. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But basically, the point of the video I was saying is you won't feel the effects of Alex Caruso fully until you get to the playoffs. Like as a Lakers fan, Alex Caruso could switch on anybody, 1 through 5. And I'm not saying he can do a 5 consistently. I'm not saying that, but the way he plays as a physical defender, he just frustrates guys. He makes you put the ball in most uncomfortable situations, and he's going to steal it from you. Him and Lou Dort as a combo is absolutely toxic. Like Jay's saying, like it's hard for Tyrese Halliburton to move around the court when you run a ball screen here. You got Alex Caruso on that side. Okay, let's bring this big over this side. Okay, well, Lou Dort's waiting for me too to help out. Like it's just suffocating, and I think that's a main reason to why Tyrese Halliburton's having a hard time because even when he can't get to something, they're hawking the lanes. We know you have nowhere to go. You're gonna throw a hawk pass. We're taking out the lane, and this team is one of the best stealing teams I've seen in the NBA.
Bro, how many SGA steals have you seen where he's just taking that shit out of somebody's hand? Gone. Like he's literally taking out a ball
from behind.
Go back.
Yeah, bro, he's done that 3 times this series on Hallie alone, where he's literally driving to the rim and he rips it from behind him.
And he's not getting fouled either. They're not calling for it.
Like Shea probably fouls the least, but Dort and Caruso are slapping the shit out of these guys. I can't lie. Like,
Alex Caruso over.
I've seen that trend where it's like more defensive guys. They get a little more. I've seen that. I've seen that happening.
The higher your defensive pedgree, the more lenient
you're gonna get on call.
Just look at Draymond Green. Perfect example of that.
Draymond's worse. Draymond he can smack the shit out of somebody.
That's got to be the worst
get a slap
decision.
on the wrist.
One of the worst decisions in Lakers history, choosing THT over Alex Caruso.
I think y'all remember.
He was promising though. He was promising.
I have to bring this back to Draymond Green for like 2 seconds. Do y'all remember the game where I think Max said this? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Max said it, but it was they gave Draymond
they gave him a flagrant instead of a technical, so he'd stay in.
Yes, they did. Yeah.
Oh, the Rocket series.
Yeah.
They were saving him so much in the Rocket series.
Because Draymond, he's kind of got the NBA by a chokehold. Because now he's got like, if they ever eject him, he'll just go on and say, "Oh, they're just targeting me. They're just biased. I'm just, I'm getting it's rigged against me."
But like, you know what's even crazier?
Cult following.
I feel like
Draymond's somehow in the wrong. Like he's not doing all state.
I feel like nobody's
the old man, like this senile old man. Like so, now they can't eject him, or else everyone's going to be on the NBA for it. Like everyone's on them right now for putting the cheap little emojis on the court. Like they don't.
That's horrible. First of all, that's bad.
Can we do 2 minutes on that? What the fuck?
Yeah,
bro.
That is the worst thing.
Bro?
I think I have an explanation for this. I have an explanation for this. I do think.
The explanation for it is this.
Yes, that was actually what I was gonna say. But also, it's pertaining to number 2 is because I really feel like the NBA doesn't want to keep pushing those. You know how certain courts they push them together like they're fucking puzzle pieces.
That's like almost every court.
I know, but there are some that they're not like that.
I have no clue what you're talking about, Omar.
There's
no such thing
maybe
as a one-piece court. I know you're a one-piece fan, but no one piece of wood. Like they're all.
Omar thinks.
That's not what I'm.
Play at a different arena when everyone.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the basketball.
Omar, let me ask you this. How do you think that we have the city edition courts? Playing tournament courts for every team.
But what are you talking about?
I just feel like a lot of those. I don't like those courts. That's what I was gonna bring it to. Like,
what are those courts though?
The courts where you gotta like I think me and Dan were talking about this the other day with those courts where you
Daniel out of this
because we did, bro. Dan, where are you, bro? Nah, but. We were talking about this where they
rope this man down out of the ceiling, roped him in.
Oh man, you guys fucking me up.
But what court? Show me a picture. Can you show me a picture of the court you have in mind?
It's not a specific court. Because
can you show me
all I have to say is what happened to the game I love, man. Where's that big trophy? Where the fuck is the big trophy at?
Look, a big finals logo on the wing.
Yes,
but no, we
give me the final script. NBA Finals. I'm turning on the TV and I'm watching a regular season game. It's literally a regular season game.
We saw more promo. In the in-season tournament. In-season tournament gave us.
Oh, we have Vegas commercials. Anthony Davis. Oh, I'm hiding from. I'm trying to get championship to the room to deliver it to my room. Like, what? I don't care about. Where's the NBA Finals storylines? Where's the in 25 years in the making? Reggie Miller or Tyrese Halliburton looks to do what Reggie Miller couldn't 25 years ago. Like, where are the leading up to this? OKC trades. Blah blah blah. Kevin Durant. Blah blah blah.
I gotta agree with this.
Led to this team. Like, what happened to the story? When did we lose?
George enabled this.
And for anybody, I don't even and then for anybody saying, "Oh, it's about money," dude, you can put the final script logo on there and throw a YouTube logo on the court, but make it on the court. I don't want to see any digital trash on the court. First of all, those trophies were so terrible they had to take them off. They were like during the game. During the game, they took it off because it was bad. They were tweeting about it, horrible. Then they added in like the fake script, whatever, and you could barely read it. It was like this small, like. It's just so frustrating. We went from trophies in the middle to like just nice courts. Like I remember turning on those Miami Heat games, Warriors games, and seeing it on the floor, seeing them vibe out. They showed the jersey pants to the back of the NBA Finals patch on the back of the neck. Like that was basketball.
Yeah, thankfully. That's the one thing.
I'm saying I know they have, but I'm saying like the camera.
The Indiana Pacers even got
everything.
I think the Indiana Pacers even did something where they started like only pressing the finals logo on back of jerseys. They're only doing it for like $10 additional bucks.
Yeah. It's like my point is not so about like the
team is doing
like
more than the NBA is.
Or I know exactly. Or I know exactly.
That's the team.
Like when they're doing the promo of the game,
like
they don't even show the player's face. You show the back of the jersey with the championship on there. Halliburton championship.
Like you see
this is the finals
you see LeBron,
game. Yes.
You see Curry, like you see 30. They paying the 30 on the back and then thing jump ball, bronze waving it like That's what we used to see. Like, that was watching the finals. That's what it meant. This is just glorified, just regular season basketball. And then the broadcast team, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Mike Breen with the most slap in the face to fans when Tyrese Halliburton hits the bang. I guess this is payback. I owed you guys. So get off of my broadcast. That was horrible.
That was horrible. Based.
I'm not calling it because it wasn't a 3.
I was so forced.
Hit a 3.
It was so forced.
If you want to bang, hit a 3.
But okay, if that was the case, don't act like you've never done it before.
I really feel like he should have just told the truth because the truth is so obviously like
twos before.
So yeah, I feel like he
in the finals.
Earl, I was gonna say he should have just told the truth on that because honest to God, he really should have just been like, I don't know why I didn't say it. I should have.
There's a lot of
like could have did that, bro.
Because you guys know Mike Breen's he's a Knicks commentator.
He's a Knicks fan, bro.
We
know what it is.
Salty. They're saying he's salty.
We know what it is.
So
no, that's not at all, bro. If you think Mike Breen is the least biased commentator, and he doesn't
what? He's the what?
I'm gonna take myself out of the conversation.
He's the least biased commentator. He doesn't even call Knicks games.
No, I think Reggie Miller's least biased than him. I think Reggie's
biased.
least
He's
biased.
on national. Forget about it.
All I have to say about Mike Breen is I do really like him. I understand that he is a Knicks fan. He can be a little biased at times. He does get hyped for those moments. But hold on.
You told me this though. On this podcast, you told me this, Max. You saved the bang for the biggest moments of the game, right?
Yeah.
We were talking
so
about
that was not worth it. Oh, we were talking about somebody that was
no.
Max told me during that conversation. Yeah, you're right.
Listen, okay, fine.
You assured me that he waits. He waits for the special moment, just right. He saves it up for that moment. So how in the world, with 0.3 left in the game, is that not a bang moment?
This is exactly what Max said.
He
said,
fine. You know,
this is exactly what Max said.
He should have said it, but like, I think it is also funny that he gave him the bang in the first quarter just to jab the fans who were getting on his back about it.
No, Max said
it's not even cool no more, man.
He said Kevin Harlan's all and then he said Mike Breen calls it when it matters. And he called it when it mattered.
He did it.
Fine, one game.
No, one game, legacy aside. There's moments.
I gotta call order. I gotta call order to the podcast.
Perfect.
This is order. This is good. But look, what you don't understand is this, bro. That's just like we hire you. It's like getting hired to do a specialized position out of the job, and it's like, okay, guys, everybody did their part. We're here at this moment. This seals the deal. This wins us $1 million. This signs our $1 million contract, and then we all turn and look at you, and you're like, oh, my bad. Is it my time?
He messed up once. Heaven forbid he messes up
in the biggest moment.
Heaven forbid he messes up once. Okay, let me play.
It was like that moment with the Trailblazers announcer where we went into the fourth quarter. Mikhail hit that game-winning shot, and then they were like, "It's good."
Oh, I remember that.
If someone hits a shot, he gives a bang. He gives them a bang. He gets just as hyped for the other team as he does for the Knicks. That is the definition of unbiased.
I do have to agree to that, dude, because I do see moments where Mike Breen is giving the same energy as other teams. Can you stop? I'm about to hit the campaign. He just does this shit, bro. Like,
wow, Mike Breen.
Omar.
Let's pull up the bang highlights then. Let's do it. Let's pull up the history of the bang.
Screen share. Boom.
God forbid I want to bang with 0.3 left in the game.
Okay. Can y'all see this? Are y'all getting this?
That's a clip. That's a clip.
It's loaded. Maybe
God forbid I want to bang.
It's as delayed as the bang.
Okay, but you can hear it.
I don't hear anything.
No, I'm not.
Okay, well, it's loading right now, but you should be able to hear. Let's hear the call itself.
And he was getting names wrong and stuff. Don't even get me on that.
This is y'all go though.
Okay. Here we go. No,
hey! Don't loop me into it.
When I move, you move. When I move, you move.
All right, let's listen to the call.
Alexander spins, pulls up, jumper. Off the mark, won't go. Rebound, Neesmith. The Pacers with a chance to win it. Final seconds, no fouls to give. Halliburton looking. Halliburton driving, pulls up, jump shot. It's good! It's good! With 0.3 of a second remaining.
What am I listening
Timeout,
to?
OKC. Tyrese Halliburton.
He did say he
Still
did
a silly good call. Still a good
That's
call.
a bad call to you guys? Is that a bad
No,
call?
but it's not. It's the NBA Finals, and it wasn't the bang. That's all that matters.
Don't get horny for a bang. Like, it was a great fight.
I'm horny for a bang, though.
When you sold it to me, you sold it to me, Max. You sold it. You said it in the biggest moment.
Don't get horny for a bang.
Max, you can't tell me that. You can't tell me that and then be like he's gonna do it when it matters the most. He didn't do it when it mattered most.
He still delivered on the moment, whether he said the word or not.
He tease me like that, you know.
Don't think that was a great call with energy and hype and passion.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in on this episode. We're not ending, but I just want to say thank you guys.
Gatekeeping, gaslighting, bang lit, fake content, broadcast team. Take them off TV.
God.
Put the scripts back. Put the trophies back on the court, and I can't wait for next year NBC. Let's get rid of all these people. I don't want them ever on the finals again. I'm sorry.
Yeah, let me have Michael Jordan.
Jordan calling games. Woo.
Hey, bring me MJ. I want to see MJ hate on everything.
Michael Jordan just
I'm just gonna. I would have so
I would take MJ. I would take MJ over
Halliburton.
I would take that over somebody who
Now buy
is
my shoes.
gatekeeping his famous line.
To try to bring some calmness to this debate here. I'm gonna say that I do think we do need to work on our commentary as an NBA community. I don't think we have the best commentators out there that really do love basketball. I just feel like we have a bunch of biased haters, and it's kind of just showing. Last round, we kind of saw it with Reggie Miller. Previous rounds, we've seen it all throughout the playoffs. Doris Burke is just hating up a storm everywhere she goes.
I mean, we can agree on that. Okay.
Doris is a hater, bro.
Let me finish my point. The NBA is going to go ahead and clean house because of this reason. They're bringing back former players that actually love the game for this reason. I think Dirk Nowitzki was a great pickup. I think a lot of these players that we're going to see do these commentaries is going to be really good for the NBA.
Well, first of all, they're not. A lot of them aren't going to be. Some of them will be, but not all of them are going to be commentators. Some of them are going to be analysts. You're thinking a lot of analysts.
Commentators.
Commentary.
Yes.
Commentary and analysis are different roles.
Yes.
Very different.
Some of them do. It kind of crosses over.
Like,
Sometimes it crosses over.
Just put Taylor Rooks on the cast.
Yes, more Taylor Rooks.
I'm okay with that. Okay, but
don't get horny for a bang.
Let's find some.
I'm talking about
don't get
basketball mind. What are you talking about, bro?
Does anyone in here like Doris Burke as a commentator?
No.
I do like Doris Burke, but she is not.
You're lying.
She's not good this
year. I just
you
think
changed your hat again.
Oh no, I've been had this hat on. But recency bias is kicking in with Doris Burke, and I will say I'm a prisoner of that moment.
I've hated her for a while as a commentator.
No, I'm just saying, okay, but I will say it is elevated to times 10 because I just don't think this group of people has chemistry. Like, how did Richard Jefferson just elevate to the NBA Finals? No disrespect. I swear.
I think he loves the game. I don't think he actually hates on anybody. I like Richard.
Maybe it's just the combination of everybody, but that group together just doesn't.
I don't think Doris Burke and Mike Breen work well with Jefferson because I think Jefferson is naturally like funny. I think he needs like
I love Richard Jefferson.
He's just one more person next to him, like another former player. I don't think he needs all that.
I used to watch out for commentators specifically because I used to love that position. We have good one. Tim Legler on ESPN is a great commentator.
Yep. Yes, he is.
Mm-hmm.
What's the guy who has the corny punchlines? The black guy, fire commentator. We need more of him as well. Need more Richard Jefferson. I think Richard Jefferson is the only reason that this group is listenable. And with Mike Breen.
Okay, that's discrediting Mike Breen.
No. Of course, Mike Breen is a legend, but. You know, the no ban call.
The NBA needs new young faces. I think the NBA needs.
I don't like a lot. Besides those three, I don't like a lot of ESPN's crew. I'm gonna be clear on this.
I like Stan Van Gundy. I'm probably in the minority. I like
TNT. I love all of TNT's crew. Everybody on TNT was.
Y'all know how I feel.
I don't like Sam Van Gundy. I think he's just. I like him as a coach. I think he just chats. I don't like. To be honest, I really don't like any former coaches in analyst roles. It don't make sense to me.
So you don't think so? So Omar, did you watch basketball when Steve Kerr was commentating? Steve Kerr was elite.
Yeah, I mean,
Mark Jackson was elite.
Well, he
I
was
love
before
that.
Mark
Jackson.
man.
To say they were kind
Mark
of the only
Jackson is
exceptions to
criminal the way they did Mark Jackson
Him
and
and Jeff
Van
Van
from the
Gundy.
league. I hate
Van
it.
Gundy and Mark Jackson. I don't care. I love their humor back and forth, bro.
Notice, okay, do y'all see all those people on NBA, Instagram, and Twitter, like aura farming and clip farming, being like, "Oh, this was the finals 10 years ago. Look how good we had it." Like y'all
Aura
seen those
farming?
clips of like everyone trying to like engagement bait. You've probably done it too, Earl. Like, oh, look how good we had it. Oh, sorry, all those clips
Excuse me.
are Mike Breen, Jeff Van Gundy, and Mark Jackson.
Great tandem.
Why we ever broke that three-man team up is beyond me. And for Doris Burke of all people, that is criminal. Don't talk to me about Mike Breen like giving an extra. Okay, could he have given a
You
bag?
gotta give her. It might be
Whatever.
trying to give her the Rachel Nichols treatment.
Yeah, like we can nitpick Mike Breen and like, oh, he almost said Neesmith instead of Nembhard, and like, oh, he didn't give a bang here. Why Doris Burke took Jeff Van Gundy's job? That's like Bruno Caboclo replacing Kevin Durant. What are we doing?
Who the fuck?
You don't know who Bruno Caboclo is? You're a
Who
catch.
the fuck?
And we can trade. You know what? Maybe this is what we need more. We need more like. We need the next generation of the bang. Like I think it's you know at this point I think it's played out.
Grab Mike
Let's
Breen's
find something
son.
else. Yeah, let's
Grab
get
his
the
son.
next generation of play callers like that.
Bang!
Iron Eagle good. I don't mind Iron Eagle.
Iron Eagle
like,
and his Iron Eagle's son too. Him and
Noah
D
Eagle?
Wade.
Oh.
Him and D
Yeah.
Wade are the ones who did the Olympics.
Yeah, I
that
don't
was
mind
fire
that.
commentary.
I don't mind that. Who
I
else
don't think the
we got?
NBA should be even afraid to go and get international commentators. If they're
Oh,
good and they
D-Wade
know what
is
they're
good.
doing, they
D-Wade is really
should
good.
be given the chance.
There's like four guys who all sound like
And
Iron
obviously
Eagle.
speak
There's
English. You
Iron
kind of have to
Eagle,
speak
You know
English.
who I
It's kind
want?
of the job description.
Rousseau, Chris. That's not.
You know who I
Yes,
would love
yes.
to have
I
on
know
a
you're talking
cast,
about
like a
Max.
nationally
You know what I'm
televised
talking about. I like
cast.
him. He's good.
Honestly, it will only work like every so often because people will get so annoyed of it. But I would love to see like the Hornets guys have like one game.
I was gonna say
Like,
that next. I was
Well,
gonna say
it's not
that
even
next.
Him being on that team is literally like having like it's literally like finding a diamond in the rough, bro.
But
Like,
it's
he's so good at his job. He loves it so much, but the team is just bad.
yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I don't think he'd bring like he's not going to care that much about the Pacers. And like, I'm sure he'd do a good job, but like he's not going to bring that level of enthusiasm unless he's calling.
No, but that's the
Lonzo's
thing.
fresh, never
He's
gonna
one of the
play
most
out. Like,
unbiased guys.
yeah.
Like he celebrates
He is
plays for
He does.
both sides.
He does.
That's the reason I like him so much. Like
I think
both
he'd do
like
a fine job. It'd be fun to see him try.
I think
like
he should elevate, bro. I think he should have. There's a promotion out there somewhere, but it's just not for me to give.
The Heat commentator is
obviously I
good
don't
too.
work
I
there.
like the guy who's been doing the
Hey,
Heat.
he's like, hey, I will give it to
I
you,
don't
bro.
know what his name is. He's good too. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah,
The Bulls commentators are elite. Great Josh Giddey call when he gamed the Lakers. Sorry, Earl.
I don't know that.
I think what's his name? I think what's his name is great.
Good poke, Jay. Poke the bear.
Man, Walt was great. Wilt was great. No, Walt was great. Sorry,
Wilt Chamberlain.
Walt Clyde.
Clyde Frazier
Frazier?
is a
He
goat.
is so great.
I think
He would never survive on a national broadcast.
And he's not, and he's very biased though.
I think
He would never
Of
survive.
course, he's biased.
I think we should bring back.
He would no. Even bias
Yeah,
aside,
he can stay with
he would not survive a
MSG.
national broadcast.
We should
He
bring
would go
Earl
off
to
on
the
tangents.
broadcast
Like, he
team.
can't.
Yeah, we should.
We should
We
bring
love
Earl.
MSG. We love him on MSG.
We should bring Earl to the broadcast team.
I think they should bring Earl.
Earl
too.
Monroe, you know.
Earl the
No,
Cold.
Honestly, let me. I'll go on the. I'll replace Doris Burke. I'll go alongside Mike Breen and Richard Jefferson, and then y'all three can be the analysts at the table. I'm throwing it over to our analysts now.
Let me just make all the sounds. I'm not trying. Bang! I'm not trying to call the game.
All right, there you go. Earl, you can be our soundboard.
All right, so
You can be our soundboard.
Earl, what is your big game call? You
Okay.
can't say bang. What's your big game call?
That's
Bro.
that's literally that is his call. Earl goes, hey! You can look at any.
No, I got my call. Y'all ready?
Retweeted of a
Y'all ready?
winning game.
Earl,
You ready for my call? You ready? You ready? Oh my god!
He tried to pull that cat.
It's
call.
a 3.
Dude, I guarantee you, you can look back at any clip that like the playoff Twitter has retweeted of like the playoff LAL room. Earl's going, hey, at least once.
You know what?
Oh my gosh.
I will say, like, no, I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm probably the best play caller in Playoff Sports Network. Like, you can go look at the clips, I have the most clips as far as like game winners,
Well, you're on the
anything.
most. You were on the most podcast though.
Because
you guys heard Kara on a fucking Magic game is fucking hilarious.
Okay, yeah, Kara on Magic game.
Her on Magic game is so
crash
funny,
out
bro.
of
she crashes out, bro.
There was one crash out that was absolutely insane. It was like 10, 15 plus minute crash out.
Oh, jeez.
Crazy.
Who was it?
After a loss. Kara from the Magic Room.
I'm gonna have to tune in next year. I don't really peep Magic.
I did probably 5 Magic games with her. She's she's
5-star content over there.
Send me some of her work. I'll analyze it.
All right, guys. Unfortunately, we do got to end here. Do we got to end here? I feel like we can.
We're like 10 minutes late.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I feel like we could keep going.
Unless we're counting the Bureau card.
All right.
I'm counting that.
What's up with Max, man?
So let's talk about the Knicks situation. Let's get off the Indiana Pacers.
I knew it was a bait. I knew it was a bait, bro. I knew it.
Tell me another team. Tell me another team that's got something more interesting going on.
Kevin Durant has made it known he wants to be a Spur.
He wants to be a Knicks.
I saw that too.
Check Twitter. Kevin Durant preferred destination is the San Antonio Spurs.
It's not a preferred destination. First of all, it
just came out when we did the pod.
It came out during the pod.
It did.
That's where Earl was doing before he got on. He was
reported by
fact-checking.
Amico Hoops or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Video coming on that later. What part am I on now? Part's 65.
Wait, isn't there? Wait, okay, so Garland is out. He's gonna miss. Obviously, he's getting toe surgery. He's getting surgery on that toe. Like,
oh yeah, he's out like 4 to 5 months.
Man, screw Amico Hoops.
Is he?
Oh, you want him to be a Nick?
So Garland's gonna miss next season.
Honestly, I'm more happy than not.
He's gonna miss probably like the October, November.
You're more happy.
He'll miss a little bit, yeah, like a month or so.
Because why would I want an aging superstar at 36 years old, 37
because he's
years
10 times better than Karl-Anthony Towns.
That's just
true, but I mean,
Zach Edey.
That doesn't solve any of our problems.
Zach Edey's hurt. Ankle.
Yeah, so Zach Edey and
Durant doesn't solve any of your problems
next season.
I don't think it solves our defense problem at all.
KD's a way better defender
Kevin Durant doesn't solve any of your problems on the Knicks.
I said I don't think
I only asked you twice so you can take it back.
I'm telling you, I don't think he's as effective defensively as Cat or like. No, like I don't think they're like. I think they're similar. I don't think.
The hat, Earl. Change the hat. Dude, you're the one who's been saying. Oh, Earl Stort's reveal. You're the one who's been saying how bad Cat is defensively.
Sick right now, bro. I can't believe you actually formed your lips to say that sentence.
I just feel like
there's no way in the world.
I feel like
Kevin Durant is miles better than Cat at defense.
I'm miles better than Cat defensively.
Yeah, bro. Cat is so garbage, bro.
Miles better than Cat.
Omar, you gotta stop saying that because when we get big and you start saying that, you're just gonna start clipping you, and you're gonna be the guy on the podcast that people think
I just don't
have bad basketball takes.
Dude, I just don't. I think the age kind of just affects him a lot more, and I understand Cat has his moments, but KD has his moments too.
LeBron's a better defender than Cat, and LeBron's 50.
LeBron at 40 is better than Cat. Is generationally bad on defense, like for real.
I'm starting to agree with that. I'm really starting to agree with that.
He's a generationally bad.
There's no way, Omar, you watched that. There's no way you watched your team lose.
I watched Kevin Durant
and
sit off. I'm saying.
Because I want to hear
Kevin Durant is a generational scorer. He's an all-time scorer. He's the best scorer of all time. We're not taking that away. We're not taking that away when I say this.
I'll take best scorer of all time away. I'll say most efficient scorer. I don't know about best. I'll say he's the most efficient scorer I think of all time. You talk about just efficiency.
When I think of KD on defense, I do think he's good. That's not what I'm saying.
And Cat is not good.
Okay, then conversation.
I just think the age kind of outweighs itself, and I think I don't think that's crazy.
He beat him in every category this year. Kevin Durant did. Probably except for rebounds.
But that's a different conversation.
Look, okay, apples to oranges. All right, you know what? Take that back. Green apple to red apple. Kevin Durant, if you put him on this team, easily better than Karl-Anthony Towns. He can play. He can do anything that Karl-Anthony Towns can do, except for rebound better. easily. You plug him in, you can play him next to OG. You can play Mitchell Robinson in that lineup because who cares? I don't need Mitchell to go out there and shoot. I got KD who can shoot from the wing. He can shoot from 3, mid-range. He can get to the post, and he's going to defend 10 times better than Karl. Easily.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the argument is that Kevin Durant is a good defender. I don't think like anyone is sitting here saying he's a generationally great defender.
Yeah,
at 36.
I'm just saying I think it's...
Karl-Anthony Towns is one of the worst defensive center. He might be the second worst defensive center in the league behind only Nikola Jokic.
Maybe I'm overrating Cat's defense because I thought that the last game that we saw was more of not an anomaly, but it was just something that we see every so often from Cat. Not an anomaly, but it's like something we've seen. We've seen like him have good defensive games, and then we've seen him have not. I think there have been some.
Not on the Knicks. He had a great defensive series last year when they played the Nuggets in the playoffs, and he clamped Jokic for a series.
I think when Mitchell Robinson came back, I think we started to see a little bit of that. I don't think it's a lot of it.
Mitchell Robinson, that wasn't Cat. He was just getting benefited from having Mitchell Robinson.
I get it. You're a plus minus guy.
I'm looking at the whole team's plus minus as a
you're plus minus versus.
But yeah,
the problem is, plus minus is like a group project, right?
To a degree.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, okay, I agree with that. Yeah.
The team plus minus stats, like if you look at, this lineup was a plus or this lineup was a minus. A lot 9 times out of 10, if it's let's just say it's a plus in some situations, and there's just a terrible defender on there. Of course, it's going to be good when you're literally surrounded with everybody. Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges. Like when you surround him by a cone of defense, of course you can dress it up and make it look good, but it doesn't mean
but even that lineup wasn't doing good. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's like, look, maybe I'm overrating Cat on defense.
You are. He's the second worst defender in the entire league behind Jokic.
Maybe I'm probably overrating him.
Even Jokic has hands at least. Jokic is one of the best hands in the league.
I think a man that could barely jump.
I'm putting him over Jokic. Jokic is generational.
Jokic can barely top 5 in steals, Max. Cat's nowhere in that ballpark.
Okay, we're on to cherry picking. You can cherry pick steals like you could cherry pick plus minus. I've watched Nikola Jokic look at people, give them a high five and a lollipop, and then raise them up towards the basket to let them score. At least Cat's not that bad.
I saw Cat literally switch off. He looked at Tyrese Halliburton. He was like, "Do you want to go out there?"
I agree. Listen,
I'm not gonna go out there. Let me see.
They're bottom 2. I agree.
4 plays in a row, he did that.
Listen, Jay, I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying they're bottom 2.
They're both.
It's like remember we used to have the conversation about LeBron and KD. No one's taking away how great Kevin Durant is, but he's just not LeBron James. There's nothing wrong with that. We're not taking away how bad Cat is defensively. He's just not Jokic because nobody is.
Yeah.
Jokic is generational both ends of the floor. He's the best offensive player in the league by far, and he's the worst defensive player in the league by far. It's like, some people are just like that.
Okay, now let me ask this. Oh my gosh. Let me ask this question. Do you guys I wasn't really trying to discuss KD personnel really for the Knicks. I was trying to discuss it in terms of like the coach. Because I really have no idea what the fuck is going on. Because to be honest, I don't think the Mavericks let us get Jason Kidd. Even if there was an interview to be taking place and mutual interest on
their discretion. They can just say no. We have him under contract. Sorry.
Yeah, they can. And they can also trade him to us apparently, which I didn't know until a few days ago.
I mean, I just don't think in the NBA anyone ever wants to trade for a coach. That just doesn't come up. But I guess it is possible. I mean, you can theoretically trade if someone is under contract. I guess that is possible.
I think that's true. But apparently it happened in 2013, they said 11 years ago, and it was Jason Kidd to Milwaukee.
Really?
Yeah, Jason Kidd was traded to the Bucks from the Nets.
What? Why did the Bucks give up anything for that?
As a coach?
Yeah. And NFL doesn't.
As a player,
Sean Payton was traded to the Broncos in the Saints.
He didn't just sign that.
I guess it's a.
Coach has been getting traded for a couple years, man.
I guess
what did he get traded
contract.
For? Sean Payton.
I don't remember. I think some picks.
Yeah, that's what they typically go for.
Traded from the Saints to
Jason Kidd went for 2 second rounders.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, we could trade it for him. Sure, we have a bunch of second rounders, but
I mean, listen. No, here's my theory. Dallas. Hey, Nico Harrison said defense wins championship. Let's just give him DeLon Wright. Say, hey, here's your defense. Defense wins championships. J. Kidd was never much of a defender in his time. I know we got a lot of steals, but that's not a good defender. We'll give you DeLon Wright. You want some defense to replace Luka? DeLon Wright will play way better defense than Luka Doncic ever did.
Let me ask this question: do we think Kevin Durant, even if let's say this is a hypothetical situation. Let's say Kat and KD were swapped. No, nothing else involved. They were just swapped, team swapped. Does KD really move the needle for the Knicks?
They did win a lot of games this year. They probably go from 52 to 56 wins. But playoff wise, absolutely, he's going to be better. Like
he's
KD,
just not going to be awful on defense.
Yes, KD can be at times be a rim protector. At times,
I don't even need him to be a rim protector. I just need him to play team defense.
I need Mitchell Robinson.
You like
KD? I watched KD in the. I'm not going to say I watched a ton of KD during the season this year, but I watched him during the Olympics last year. I watched a lot of KD during the Olympics last year. He played fine defense. He wasn't a standout.
Kevin Durant,
he was competent.
Kevin Durant has been carrying the Suns. This year he carried the Suns. Bradley Beal and Devin Booker kept getting injured and not playing well. Kevin Durant showed up almost every single night. Now imagine Kevin Durant with a core team that the Knicks have built around him. I don't care about the bench. Do you think I care about the bench when I got KD, Brunson, Bridges, and all those guys? No, you can go fill out
Bridges is out of there if KD gets traded, by the way.
Oh, well, trade Bridges. That's an upgrade for me, too.
Whoa, why is that?
It doesn't
listen, I don't want to dive too far down the Knicks rabbit hole here, but why do you say that?
Happen.
I don't think that's why is that?
Well, technically, they just said they don't want anything to do with Carlton Towns.
Actually, I have to correct you there. It was Milwaukee that said that in any possible deal, but either way, regardless,
probably the Suns too.
I mean, look,
they got Bradley. They're not one to talk.
If they don't want Cat and they want OG and McHale, I don't know if we say yes to that because I don't think the Knicks are willing. I understand their defense wasn't the greatest this year, but I also feel like there needs to be a little more time involved with them. I feel like I'm still a fan of running it back. I'm still a fan of just seeing how a full year of Mitchell Robinson and Karl Anthony Towns look together. I just want to see how that looks for a full year. Okay. Why are you what's so funny though?
I'm laughing at Earl laughing.
What's so funny?
Look, man. You got it.
No, I just want to see.
Let's just go out there and have fun, guys.
It ain't about having fun. It's about Mitchell Robinson is a very key part. It's a very key part to our team.
Let's just go have fun, family, friends. Woo! Let's go out there and lose together and play no defense.
All I'm saying is I just want to see a little more time between.
I'm a Knicks fan, even I'm sick of all the Knicks chat. Can we just talk about a different team?
Anyway, we're turning to ESPN.
Yeah,
we are.
I got a question for y'all to end off the pod today.
Okay,
don't make it be about the Knicks. All right, nobody's allowed to mention a Knicks player.
Okay,
Jalen Brunson.
Let me pull up.
Jalen Brunson.
I don't want to misquote. Okay, here's the last question I have for y'all for the day. Who won the MVP your birth year?
Oh my God, we just
I should know this.
Allen Iverson.
Okay,
I think Tim Duncan.
Oh, might be AI. I was born in 01.
Mine was 01. Then it's Allen Iverson.
I'm gonna go Shaq.
Are you Michael Jordan?
Wait. Were you born in 01, Jay?
Yeah.
Then it's AI.
Is AI? Okay.
It's AI.
Mine was Michael Jordan.
For you, George Mikan?
Let's relax. Michael Jordan.
George.
Now
Mikan.
I'll let you guys speculate whatever year you want.
No, I know it's 98, Earl. It's 98.
94. No, just I'm playing. It's 98. Trolling. Salute. But thank you guys so much for watching Beyond the Backboard. Yeah, that was just a question. That was my TikTok I posted yesterday.
Earl is 27 years old. All right.
Wait, Max, weren't you born in like 03?
03, yeah. So wasn't it Tim Duncan? Did he win that in 03?
When did Shaq win?
Not 05. That was Steve Nash.
2000 flat, I think. Or no.
Someone, who won the MVP? I think it was Tim Duncan won an MVP in 03.
Yeah, he won in the 2000 season. He won in 1999 to 2000 MVP award.
Shaq?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I think it was Tim Duncan. I forget who won the championship that year. I think it was because
the Lakers three-peated.
No, that was 2000, 2001, 2002. Who won 03? Was it the Spurs? I think it was the Spurs. I think it was.
So Tim Duncan.
Pistons or Spurs? Yeah.
I think the Pistons were 04, right?
Yeah.
Tim Duncan won in 2002 and in 2003.
Yeah. Okay. And then did he win the championship in 03? The 2002-2003 season was that?
And then NBA Finals MVP 3 times in 1999, 2003, and 2005.
Okay, yeah. So he was. Yeah,
so he was the MVP and the Finals MVP within the same year.
I'll take that. That's a solid year. Shout out to Duncan.
Go Duncan. Great proud for
Thank you guys so much for tuning in on this episode of the Beyond the Backboard podcast. Be sure to check us out tomorrow on YouTube. We're going to be posting this episode, and check us out on Thursday for our 2-minute drill segment in the Beyond the Backboard channel. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate every single one of you guys. And Earl is still copying me, but peace.
The guys.
Peace out.